What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, Junior Fight ex-professional boxer. The other day, Opetaia took care of Sin Cara. So first off, let's talk about Opetaia and the knockout, and then we'll talk about the other fights on the cards, which I liked. But Opetaia, Sin Cara, that was a brutal knockout, man. It was crazy. I was going live on my Facebook. I think eventually I'll start going live on my YouTube. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. That looping overhand left that he throws, it caught him so clean, man. It caught him so clean, knocked him out. Thank goodness Sin Cara was close to the ropes, and the ropes actually broke his fall a little bit. Like, his head still went bouncing off the canvas. And there's even been reports on Sin Cara being seriously hurt, right? So there's been a contusion, and he might have fractured his C1 on his spine, apparently, or something like that. So dangerous, bro. Brutal, brutal, brutal. When that shot finally landed, because Opetaia was looking for that shot all night. From round number 1, he was looking for that shot. And he finally found it on round number 8. When it connected, bro, he was out. He was out even before he hit the canvas. As soon as Opetaia landed the shot, boom, lights were out. He flopped down to the ground, and that was it. It was a good night. It was a bad knockout, man. It was a seriously bad knockout. And that just shows how dangerous he is, bro. Opetaia, dangerous. And he holds that power. And he holds that kind of intensity throughout the rounds. Because, as I said, he was looking for that shot in round 1. So when the fight started, round 1, he digs to the body straight away. And then he tries to look for the shot on top, right? Misdirection in the shots. So you dig down to the body, you get them thinking about the body, then you look like you're going down, and that overhand comes over top. And that's how he's been ending a lot of fights. And I believe this fight, so after the fight, they interviewed Opetaia, and Opetaia was upset. He was upset about himself. He was angry at his performance, very, very critical of his own performance, and he didn't like that. You know, that's just how it is with fighters. Most fighters, even after a brutal knockout, they always critique themselves very, very harshly, which is kind of a healthy thing to do. If you're a fighter, you're always looking for perfection. No one's going to get there, but that is the road towards there, right? And so he was very, very critical about himself. Regardless, he got the win. He got a knockout highlight reel, and this could possibly set him up for better fights. So him being upset with his performance, a fight like this and a performance like this, this is a great thing to experience when you're a pro, especially at Jai's level. You get to take the learnings off from a win, right? A lot of people that get bad performances, and that bad performance leads to a loss, right? So a lot of people, they perform bad and they lose. Opetaia, in his own critical mind, he performed bad, but he got a win, and it was a knockout win. So it's a win-win. For me, I think this is great for Opetaia because he gets the win, he gets the knockout reel, and he gets to improve off of the performance that he was critical about of himself. So me, this is me being quite critical. I think in this one, there could have been some slight adjustments earlier, right? I think Sin Cara was a lot more defensively sound than they thought, than we thought anyway, because I did think Opetaia was going to get the win. I did think it was going to be a tougher fight, and I did think that the fight was going to end in a knockout for Opetaia. So I guessed correctly. I just think Opetaia probably could have made slight adjustments a little bit earlier, because he was really gunning for that overhand left all night. And when he was lunging into shots, because I think by round 1, round 2, round 3, it was all relatively the same thing. He was digging down to the body and then try to swing for the head straight away. Sin Cara done a very brave thing, because in that round 2, there was some drama. Sin Cara hurt Opetaia two times on that round 2. And it's a very, very, it's a it's a gamble to throw what he threw, because he was sneaking in that right hand just as he saw Jai Opetaia lunging in for that left, right? It's a gambling shot. You're timing your backhand and risk of Jai Opetaia landing his. But it paid off for Sin Cara for that round. I mean, he hurt him on that round. But Jai Opetaia in round number 3, after round number 2, when he got robbed twice, and round number 3, it was like round number 2 didn't even happen, right? He stuck to the game plan. His feet were sharp, and he continued to pressure Sin Cara onto the ropes. And that was, I think, Jai Opetaia's footwork was the key to the victory, because he kept that pressure. He was very, very sharp on his distance management. Every time Sin Cara would try to push, Jai Opetaia's feet were just too quick for him. Also, every time Sin Cara tried to get a break, tried to retrieve onto the ropes, Jai Opetaia was right there, putting on the pressure with his feet and his stance, and continuously putting his lead hand up and down, making Sin Cara think throughout the whole fight. And you saw him start to fade. I think in round number 5 or 6, you start to see Sin Cara fade, and he wasn't doing this stuff with Jai Opetaia, because Jai Opetaia always does this. Sin Cara was doing that too, but in round number 5 or 6, whatever, perhaps it was 6 or 7, he stopped doing that, and he started to fight like this, and he started to swing, and that to me was signs of the end, because he was getting tired. And if you're tired with someone like Jai Opetaia is going to find a way to knock you out, and that's what he done. To me, ultimately, I think that performance comes down to perhaps a miscalculation on Sin Cara's defensive ability and how good he is defensively, because his range was on, man. He was slipping just out of range. He was timing Jai Opetaia with some jabs and some right hands as Jai Opetaia would try to leap in. So there's some great learnings there for Jai Opetaia and their team. Jai Opetaia and his team, they know where they could have done better in that fight, and they're going to improve on that while they have the win. So overall, a good night for them. This will send a message to the other champions, and hopefully it's a better one, because Jai Opetaia has been looking so dangerous and his opponents. This one, even though it was a very, very bad knockout, I think the others in the division, they will see something that they can capitalize on against Jai Opetaia, and this will make a lot more people willing to possibly face Jai Opetaia, which is what Jai Opetaia wants. You know, he wants fights. Perhaps a performance like this, even though I didn't think it was that bad, Jai Opetaia thought it was bad. I think other people in his division, they might see holes in Jai Opetaia's game, and this will make them more likely to fight him, which is what we want. So hopefully we see those unification fights happen sooner than later. Also, Waana done another great performance, great showing of himself. He knocked out someone else once again. Beautiful. And he performed another haka afterwards, speaking Cook Island. This is just great promotion for him and his country and his island, and his skills and his knockout power. So I really, really enjoy watching Waana, not just for the boxing ability, but because of how strong he is and how culturally sound he is and how entertaining he is after the fight. So after the fight, he grabs the mic, and then they perform a haka, and then he speaks his language. This is what fight fans want to see. It's not always about the fight; it's about the boxer. And if the boxer's got a big personality like Waana, it just makes it easier for people to get behind that person and support that person and want to watch how their career develops. So even though it was a very predictable performance, I did see Waana knocking him out, and I did see him knocking him out early, because he's so big and strong, man. He's big, strong, fast. That's a dangerous combination. That's a combination for a heavyweight world champion, right? So, and that's the direction he's going towards, because he's got all of them. We just need to see him tested. So there are some names around this side of the world that could definitely give him a test. Will we be seeing that soon? Hopefully, man. Hopefully. I won't say the names because I know all of them. Well, some of them personally, but around here we all know each other. I won't say their names, But there's plenty of heavyweights to fight here. And they will give him a good fight, I think. So maybe we'll see something like that in the future. Anyway, guys, that's me. Junior Fight ex-professional boxer. See you guys later.